Right, this is my workshop. Just thought I'd do a quick tour of it, judging by the fact that a lot of other people have done workshop updates and tours of theirs, and yeah, so I thought I might do one as well. I'll start off here in the main doorway. We have my compressor. It's got a tyre inflation attachment and also the usual quick release fitting there. It shouldn't really be plugged in. It's not charged at the minute, but will be later on. We have the engine crane here, folded up out the way, and the tractor, which needs a bit of wiring work doing to it. This is my mobile handy work floodlight, which I managed to acquire thanks to Keith PU8 on the stationary engine forum. Have a look at the rest of it. That space is usually filled by that, but that's just been run. That's been sold. This is the PAZ one. I'm going to put a different exhaust on it because that looks a bit untidy, I think. Router bits, the exhaust which is going to go on it. Here's my little 6PB. That doesn't go with it, that goes with the Lister A. That runs well. Just going to sort out a minor issue with the gearing in here, because sometimes it makes a noise. Sort of sounds like it's rubbing against the casting. Yeah, this is part of my 110 volt dynamo, or generator as I should call it. It's essentially just a thing I did when I was bored. So obviously it's an e-stop and a key switch, which if all goes to plan, if I use it I may sit it by where I sit at the chair, so I've got something next to me to control it with. I have the PB, which is still giving me flywheel issues, and it's really rather annoying, but it was this one that was giving me the grief before, but that does now feel tight. So we'll see what happens with that one. That's just timbers I'm planning on using for any engine trolleys in the future. My saw bench, which is a bit cluttered at the minute, and that's going to be sorted out. I've got some wires, electrical stuff, because I'm getting into that as well now. Lister A cooling tank, which usually sits on there, but I want to cut a hole in it and loop a pipe out of there in the centre of the tank stand, so I can actually drain the entirety of the water out of the tank instead of having to sort of bail it out every time. Here's my oils and lubricants and fuels table, any liquids. All here, it's just the wire that links the extractor fan, which I made myself, to the bar up here. Right. That turns that one as well. Jigsaws haven't been used in a while. Big SEM electric motor, which is, I'm not sure if you can see it on the video, but 7.5 amps, single phase, 50 cycles, 1420 RPM, 1.25 horsepower, so it's a fairly powerful motor. Got metal shroud, metal grille, grease cups. This one I'm not too sure what to use again. A bit squeaky, I need to do something with it. I'll probably use it at some point. It's a 3000 RPM motor. Radio, spanners, that's coming on now. The workbench, we have the pillar drill. Again, this is cluttered at the minute. My workshop is in desperate need of a tidy up, as is obviously seen. Got some capacitors in here, some wires and some crimps that are planned, hopefully, to be used with that as a three-phase motor generator conversion project. All goes well. Centrifugal fan. I'm forced with that thing to blow a house down despite its size. And for comparison, that's a 4 kilowatt Brook Crompton electric motor. In the corner here we have an old Peta PAZ1 flywheel, Spartan air compressor, I think it's a fridge compressor, my listed domestic pump, Yale key cutter, hateful Jap, which I'm desperate to get rid of. Under here we have the listed E, twinned with the 110 volt generator. I need to get a belt tensioner for this because I think the belt's a bit too slack for use. The Lister LT1 is currently under repair, but that will be going again shortly, so watch the space. And the Wolseley is sat in the corner there as well, which again has been sat there since probably about September. Yeah, it's quite cluttered in here. I need to have a good old sort out and clear up a few bits and pieces, but when the light's on you can really see the effect it has on the workbench, which is now lit up like a lighthouse. And when it's dark outside and the doors are shut, that really does make a huge difference in here. In case anyone's wondering, it's a 150 watt metal halide slimline floodlight, twin ended. Takes about 2 minutes to come on to full brightness, about 10-minute restrike time. I think that's a Petromax, although I'm not sure. But it has got a blow lamp in there, which managed to destroy the mantle, so I'm on the search for a proper tidied lamp now. There is tools, bits and pieces, firm air compressor, that's a standalone one, so I stopped using that thing when I got the Airmaster, which is sat in the corner over there. Got my grinders up there, planer, paraffin cleaner, work like with a 110 volt bulb in it, sanders, all sorts, lin bins, very kindly given to me by my work, along with the racking that they're on. So what was on the bench is now up there, and anything that was cluttered about elsewhere on the floor or elsewhere in the workshop is now on the bench. I got these the other day as well, the other day being last year in September, so not really the other day. It's a pair of sheep shearers. I'm not sure what make they are, but I believe they're Listers, although I'll identify them and do a little video on them at a later date. Some Marshalls built, I believe it's the Marshalls wood saw. Works very well. I belt that up with an engine, usually the Peta AVA one. And it works quite well. Doesn't give much of a load because it's only small, but you know. And my grinders, and the Bamford, which is hopefully going to go to Coventry Boring to have its main bearings redone. So yeah, it's a fairly busy workshop. Busy as in tight spaces. Oh, this thing, yeah. Lister B. Bought that at the Stoke Goldington Steam Rally a couple of years ago. Haven't done anything with it since. So, anyone wants it for spares or repair, are welcome to it. I paid 25 quid for it, so maybe tenner if that. I've stripped some parts off it so it's not worth as much anymore. Carburettor went to a friend who needed it. It's missing a few parts. You can see it's missing the fuel tank. I've got the oil filler for it and I've got a few parts for it. It is seized. The top is quite rusty. I think it's got a bent valve as well. But there's the a couple of the fuel lines. It needs a lot of work doing to it. So anyone who's interested, tenner, give us a PM. It's yours. So yeah, that's my workshop. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thanks very much for watching.